There we go. I'll be able to make new beddings and pillows for you with all of this. Yes, I said we. The second skill to add to your arsenal, if what you've told me about your upbringing is true. It won't be as hard as learning the hunting methods that I've been teaching you. You might even excel at this one, actually. I'm glad you agreed to share my tent instead of asking for a separate one. Why? Well, gathering and preparing materials for a tent would take weeks, months even. I didn't think anyone would appreciate doing all that work for you. I did tell you things will be very different here. The desert is a punishing place during the summer months, and we'd rather gather food and water than waste time and energy indulging the requests of a foreigner. I didn't mean it like that. I know. I've been watching you, remember? You're doing a great job. Now, tell me about your day. How did visiting the temple go? Ah, I see. Try to avoid him. He's kinda been problematic since birth. More rowdy than you anticipated. Well, everyone's excited to meet the hero who comes bearing the gift of peace after all. In their minds, you're a hero. Or are we to deny them that, eh? If you're asking for my opinion, I think you're exactly what they think you are. The eldest daughter of House Ulbrich, Duchess of Elkemir, niece to the king, and author of the treaty that would end this war once and for all. You're right. They're just labels. I guess you could also think of them only as such. But be it that as it may, these are still all true. You're expecting a different answer. Let me think. You're a fast runner, but could be better in terms of physical strength. A decent swordsman, reliable, determined, a bit stubborn. No, a lot stubborn. Beautiful, most amiable human I've met so far. And despite the odds, a survivor. This is the first time that I'm seeing you flustered. So the headstrong Duchess does have a vulnerable side. Why does it matter to you what I think, anyway? Ah, yes. We are known to be blunt. I appreciate that you use that fact to get to know yourself better, rather than a reason to avoid talking with me. I'm truly honored that you value my input, Duchess. Oh, about that. Messengers from both sides have been going back and forth to the settlement since yesterday. Your king doesn't believe that you yourself refused to return home on account of the, almost getting killed by your family's hired assassins. He's demanding we return your body. Yep, you heard that right. He's convinced we murdered his beloved niece. Your enemies move fast. We didn't even have the chance to send a message before one of yours came shouting outside the gates of a royal demand. Let's hope you're right, and that the king can be reasoned with. We can't afford any more losses. Not in the actual battlefront, and definitely not in the diplomatic front. Relationships between our races are at an all-time low, that even our own merchants are being stripped of their guild badges in the human villages miles away from the capital. That's a good idea. Perhaps a letter written by your hand would convince him. If not fully, then at least the possibility of you still being alive would stop him from attacking us for some time. I'll arrange for a letter to be sent in secret then. Now, pack your things. I'm going camping today. There's no better way to regain your strength than going out into the sand dunes and reconnecting with nature. The sun goddess and sky god's influence is strongest in the open desert. Our warmth will help heal your body, while his beauty will energize your spirit. I won't take no for an answer, little one. Have faith. You'll thank me later. Ready? Let's go. This is a good spot to camp on. How are you doing? Is it too hot? Don't worry. The sun is about to set soon. Good. You adjust quickly to your environment. I'll survey the area around us first. Stay here. What are you doing with my axe? Are you sure about that, little one? Because what I see is you wrestling with an orc axe that's as tall as you are and weighs twice as much as you do, rather than you succeeding in chopping firewood. Alright, fine. Go ahead. Oh, there we go. Good effort. And... oh no. Never mind. Oop. Seems like you almost... too bad. The Great Duchess defeated by an inanimate object. What a tragedy. Your enemies will be cursing my axe's name for all eternity for stealing their prey. Alright, settle down. I'll do it for you. You just gather up the firewood and pile them up over there. I know. I joined the gatherers a while back and hid some of the wood we got to take with us today. We don't usually set up fires if we can, and just use animal furs to keep warm during the night. but I want to teach you how to light one. There's an abundance of wood in your territory, am I right? And this skill will be helpful to you when you return. Why do I bother teaching you? It's instinctual. Out here, knowledge equals survival. Life's an everyday struggle, and you have to grasp all opportunities that increase your self-reliance. And besides, I enjoy seeing your stiff demeanor melt away from time to time. You might deny it, but you have this excited aura around you whenever I teach you something. It's like watching a child trying to do things for the first time. I'm not saying that you're childish. I'm saying you still have that childlike wonder in your eyes, which is rare to see. Yes, you will be stronger in time. Someday I'll teach those dainty hands how to wield a bigger weapon. Soon, but not now. I'm glad you enjoy learning as much as I do teaching you. Oop, careful now. Those logs are really heavy. You might drop the rest on your toes. You okay there? When did you last eat today? And water? You know what? You just sit and rest instead. You're looking a little too pale for my liking. All done. And just in time, too. The sun's setting. Here, take these, and watch carefully. Remember, your tinder must be as dry and cut as finely as you can make them. When you strike the flint, strike from the elbow while keeping your wrist firm, like this. Easy enough, don't you think? Now your turn. As always, you learn fast. Dry kindling is a must, since it will burn the fastest and hottest. When the wood is green, you'll have a hard time starting a fire. So always keep something dry and flammable on you at all times. One trick I learned from my father was to wrap some braided cord soaked in wax around the handle of your weapon. It helps with grip, and you can also unravel it to serve as tinder for a small fire. Good. Would you like some food? I had to prepare some dishes that you can stomach this time. I brought my own food too. Human food doesn't really agree with me. Don't mention it. A beautiful sight, isn't it? The desert landscape, I mean. It's untamable, temperamental, kind of like someone I know. No, don't throw that. You missed. As I was saying, it's a harsh environment, but at night when it's hidden from the sun, its quiet beauty emerges. I don't have the talent for it, but I enjoy listening to the bards and ideas and the sentiment. I think when you listen often enough, the habits rub off on you. Hmm? If I wasn't a general, what kind of person would I be? I haven't thought about being anyone other than who I am now. Yes, really. We believe that our individual paths are already set. The moment my soul inhabited my physical body, my fate was already permanently chiseled into the stone of destiny. Wondering about what could have been or what life I want other than the one I already live is a new experience. Don't make fun. This is serious. Well, I don't have an answer for you right now. You've given me something deep to think about in the coming days. I'll return the question to you. What would the Duchess of Elkemir be if she had the choice to write her own destiny? You really put so much thought into this, huh? You must have suffered a lot growing up, doing what you do. No, I'm not being sarcastic. I hear the unmistakable tone of regret in your voice. Something that I only ever heard from some of my dying comrades, and elders who wished for more time on this earth. That, and also longing for something better. This treaty, it's perhaps the culmination of years and years of work for you. Do you regret it? Seeing as you almost died for it. Ah, that's a beautiful sentiment, Duchess. I'm sure someday your wishes will become reality. You're strong. You can achieve whatever it is that you want. Of course, if you need our highest ranking general to be there, I will stand by you until the end. What if you leave me as your friend? Then, I will support you as a comrade would. Don't worry, we don't have to perform a blood pact or anything. The Sky God is watching us. Of course, I'll never break that promise. We have the stars, the shifting sands, and each other as our witnesses. These are enough. And besides, I believe in you and your cause. Even without the gods' gaze, my principles would bind me to your words. And I will be there when you call. It's getting late. First, we've started to nod off. And second, which is more telling, the sands have lost all their warmth. We should huddle in for the night. Rest up. I'll take the first watch. Good night, little one. May you dream of green fields and gentle rain.